Hey, where's the buttons? Hey, there's a button. Another button. I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's gray, and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday, I'm in love. Ba-da-dum-dum-dum. Monday, you can fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Oh, Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday, I'm in love.
Just when you thought there wasn't anything left for Hollywood to reboot, the world's most famous talking horse is making a comeback.
Hello, I'm Mr. Ed.
For the first time in over 6 decades, Mr. Ed returns, and he's getting roped into the Kentucky Derby.
Wilbur, how could you sell your little horsey? How can you sleep tonight?
Now it's up to Ed to convince the board that he's highly unqualified.
My feet fell asleep, and when you have 4 feet sleeping, you have got yourself a slumber party.
But none of his old scams seem to work.
Oh, I think I got myself a Charlie people.
Charlie people?
People get Charlie horses. Horses get Charlie people.
And when disgraced horse trainer Bob Baffert returns, it's no more Mr. Nice Horse.
I would like him, Wilbur, except for one thing.
What's that?
I hate him. If you're smart, you'll cut this con artist off right now. He's been promising to marry my daughter for over a year.
Kentucky Fried Pictures presents the all-new Mr. Ed.
You're awful mean to me these days. From sun up to sundown, a horse's work is never done.
Get your tickets now and snag a ridiculously ugly women's derby hat for free.
They'll look adorable with my high heels.
It's Derby or Die.
I thought you shot me.
Premiering this weekend at Churchill Downs.
Boy, I got out of that one pretty neatly.
What are we supposed to do, huh?
What are we supposed to do?
I want you to put on a show.
You've got a show to put on.
We got to put on a good show, you guys. We got to.
We must go on here. We have a show to do.
Well, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's get ready to listen quietly. Let's get ready to bingo.
Yeah, let's do that. Hello, Wilbur. Dennis, good morning, man. I'm glad you caught the Mr. Ed love there. I got, good morning, Troy. Good morning, Alicia. Hope you guys are having a good Friday morning so far. I was a little apprehensive about using a Mr. Ed reference. Mr. Ed is on the back end of the reruns that were just finishing showing when I was a child, right? That's the black and white. Good days. Good show, though. I was a big fan of those old black and white shows when I was a kid. Would watch, like, Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie. My Favorite Martian. Did you guys watch My Favorite Martian? I don't recall the name, but it was Mr. Hand from Fast Times at Ridgemont High that was the actor in that. Alan something? I can't remember his name. Shameful. Anyway, good actor, but My Favorite Martian was one of my favorite shows. Old school TV, also responsible for a lot of my comedic influence. That's why everything is so fucking cheesy. Happy Friday. It's the 2nd of May. 2nd of May. Outdoor frickin' started yesterday. Did you guys go listen to Jonathan Colton yesterday like I told you to? For the 1st of May. I just changed keys from what I just sang. It was the 1st of May. And as I posted last night when I shared my Jonathan Colton, May is a beautiful month. May is a bittersweet month for me. And I've mentioned this in the past. I like all your eyes. You guys are like flies with all the eyes. But anyway, May is a bittersweet month. Of course, tomorrow is my dad's birthday. My birthday is on the 14th. Mother's Day is this month. But it's also the 17th is this year, the 10th anniversary of my mom passing away. And so that adds a level of shittiness to the month of May for me. And some other things. But more private things. But May is a difficult month. I would say May is more difficult for me than Christmas time. That's probably not accurate, but it feels like it is today. Yo baby's B-Day was yesterday. Aw, well, happy belated. A first of the month baby. Lawson's is just 2 months away. July 3rd, he'll be 14. 14. And he is now the third tallest. Well, I don't know. He may be getting taller than Layla. They are really close. I mean, they're close. This boy's launching up, but he's now taller than his mother. He probably wants to be taller than me. I got to say, my weight loss afforded me back to 6'1". I had compressed my spine so much for so many years. Now that it's decompressing, I'm getting back to my height again. I feel like I'm in the less gravity action. I know that sounds really stupid, but it's legit. She's 12. Oh, that's awesome. Ray Walston was your favorite Martian. That was his name. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I could not think of anything other than Mr. Hand, right? And he was in a lot of stuff. He did a lot of guest spots on shows. I feel like, I don't know if he was in an X-Files, but he did a lot of like just one-offs or multi-episode characters in series and stuff too, because he's just such a good, he could pick up anything. And he had a very astute way of speaking. 6'6", Brant. I don't find that hard to believe as big and big frame guy as you are, that you would breed Viking children, or in your case, I guess Russian bears. I don't know. But yeah, 15 and he's 6'6". That's awesome, Brant. Don't let him beat you up. It's Sauvignon Blanc Day for you vino participants. Sauvignon Blanc. I don't drink. It's a white wine, right? Go get it. It's Sauvignon Blanc today. Poo-poo. It's International Tuba Day, and that's way more important than any wine shit, because tubas are the foundation of a good band. People say, no, it's the bass player. Same shit, just brass. I got respect for my tuba players. What about trumpet players? Fuck trumpet players. But tuba players, boom, 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 boom. You couldn't have Oktoberfest without a tuba player. You don't believe me? Try having Oktoberfest without a tuba player. See what happens. See what happens. Saluting you, tuba players and sousaphonists, I guess. National Truffle Day. You can celebrate this by going truffle hunting with your hog, or you can stand on my front porch and do the truffle shuffle. Right? You got to do the truffle shuffle. It's World Tuna Day. I'm a big fan of tuna. I like tuna. You know what I do is I buy the StarKist tuna package, but I get the Walmart, the Great Value tuna pack, right? But it's like a 2-ounce serving of tuna in the packet. And I got my lettuce chopped up, throw my lettuce in the bowl, dump that tuna on top, little the zero-cal salad dressing on there, some green olives, maybe a little soy-ass bacon bits, some fake-ass bacon bits, you know, the good kind. Put all that on there, eat that salad. Tuna has been a part of my diet for the last year, but way beyond. I like tuna, but the tuna's an easy lunch. Play that country tuba, cowboy, yippee-ki-yay, mother trucker. Yeah, I like that. It's Brothers and Sisters Day, and I'd send one to my sister, Jamie. I got one. Yay! It's Brothers and Sisters Day. Brothers and sisters, I don't know what this world is coming to. You guys singing Fight the Power Now by Public Enemy? That's a good-ass song. That was anthemic for me in my early teenage years. Public Enemy, I was a little white kid in a Lutheran school listening to Public Enemy. Back, because we're looking for the same thing. That's not the same tune. It's time for your TIQ. You do that with the Costco chicken skewers? Yeah, that's a good idea. We're smart. Today's TIQ brought to you by the fact that I had enough points to pay for my coffee this morning because I left my wallet in my bag in El Segundo. No, I left my wallet in my bag, and I got over there, and I was like, oh, shit. But since I go every day, bloop, free coffee. I should probably do that more often. I'm really not a point person. I get them, but I don't use them enough. And I was saving them because I was trying to be nice because Carrie had a groundabout by her work and was like, oh, you can go use my points. But she was doing the same shit and sending me her points. So I probably got a couple of free coffees in there. Hooray for that. I also have a TIQ in my pocket. Oh. Today's TIQ brought to you by... I don't even have anything in here I can talk about. Psycho Stick. And the Our Tour Can Beat Up Your Tour from like 10 years ago. TIQ, according to Yelp, searches for what flavor of snacks rose 55%. Why the hell isn't this pasting? Oh. Rose more than 55% in 2022. Where's our TIQ scroll? There we go. Okay, according to Yelp, you know, the review thing, and if you didn't know that, my 13-year-old did. Good morning, Julian. Happy Friday, sir. It's good to see you. God bless. Searches for what flavor of snacks rose 55% in 2022. So, what I'm talking about is, what is the flavor of the snacks? The snack can be whatever snack in the world. Just somebody who liked that snack went and searched for this particular flavor, and 55% more people searched for that particular flavor of whatever snack they like. Acai berry, I like that. Or acai, however the fuck you pronounce it. Yeah, I say acai, because it looks like a laptop brand from China. And yes, Chad, let's go! Blues. Tonight's the night, boys. Holy shit, the notes got, it's do or die. Aquemini, outcast status. Shit, do we rally up already? We're going to win tonight. You know why? I smell Gloria. That's why. So let's go Blues. Fucking A. I wish I was at the game. Acai berry, blueberry. Thank you, Julian. Pumpkin, matcha, flamin' hot. Bethy got it. Damn, I knew it was going to come quick. Pickle. Dill pickle. Whoa. That got hung up on my finger and took off. All right, I feel appropriately, it's because you answered it in lightning round status here off the top. Let's see, there's my T for Trevor the other day. There's Alicia's. I'm looking for the Bethy. There's the Bethy. Let's not forget this one, though. That's a timeless classic. There's a few. I got a few of these. A ground's going back in here, too. I should get a baggie. I should get a Crown Royal bag. I should get a Crown Royal bag from the bunch of Crown Royal bags I have in my basement, all put into one Crown Royal bag. I was saving Crown Royal bags because, I was drinking Crown Royal, and the bags are good for things like sticking GoPro bits and things in, stuff you don't want scratched up, lenses. Or like your sunglasses, you want to put your sunglasses in something for the beach, put them in a Crown Royal bag. They can roll around without getting broken, and they won't get scratched up because it's a cloth-ass bag. That Bethy pickle came quick. It was his first time. All right, I got to get back up here and give you and honorable mentions to anyone that came in there afterwards. Brant said dill, and that would be acceptable. I would even almost give a nod to salt and vinegar. However, salt and vinegar chips and dill chips, two different puppies. Still delicious, both delicious. I am not poo-pooing either. However, in this case, it was pickle flavored. And that's beautiful. The TIQ's done. I love it. 741. Hot damn. Ladies and gentlemen, that gym rat smoke show herself, Bethy Allen, Mama SDF, mother to a 12-year-old now. Happy Friday, Bethy. Thank you. It's time for birthday stuff. It's time for birthday stuff. I'll put it in a muff. It's time for birthday stuff. I don't know. First off, as I mentioned, tomorrow is my dad's birthday, May the 3rd. 3 May 1946, Wilhelmina Bergfeld gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. His name was Lawson, little blue-eyed wonder. July 3rd, 2011, my wife gave birth to Lawson Bergfeld, little blue-eyed bundle. Well, here they are in sync betwixt each other. This was at Lawson's confirmation at lunch at our favorite Mexican restaurant Sunday when we went. I did not include any of the staff in the picture for this one. But anyway, of course, that's my son next to my dad, the Lawsons, the dueling Lawsons. And unintentionally kind of matchy-matchy. I was just glad that my son's pants got all the way down to his shoes. Because if his black pants were on, he'd look like either he was going to go to a speakeasy or urkled up, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I love them. I love them. Man, I love my dad and I love my son, and they're fucking awesome. So happy birthday to them. Most importantly, the rest of you, good for you. You get a birthday too. Happy belated to Bethy's dear one that is now 12 years old. 1 year away from official teenager status. I bet that won't stop. I bet that's a gear up. I'm a teenager now. Thanks, Lorraine. I will pass all the good birthday vibes on to the commander. Who knows? We may get a morning commander check-in today. Stephen Neiswanger. Stephen and I have known each other for a long time. We worked at Rapco together way back in the day, selling cables. And his lovely wife, Tina. Happy birthday to Stephen Neiswanger. I assume it's Stephen's birthday today because they have a joint account. Stephen-Tina. Stephen Tina. Iceburg Senior. I like it. Who's going back to bed? Who went back to bed? Dennis, you can't go back to bed. You can't go back to bed. We still have Spy the Lie. And gratuitous midget mentions. Come on, stick with me. My cousin's wife, Robin Towler, cousin Andy's wife. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Robin. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful Friday. You called her a three-nager? Sassy toddlers. I love sassy toddlers. I will smack a sassy toddler's butt, but they make me laugh. And then when they're sassy and they're not mine, I just go, I'm so glad that's not my kid. You got to deal with that all the time, don't you? But I love them. Amen. Amen, Dennis. Who else? John Ginther's birthday today. Julian, you remember Ginther? John Ginther? It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, sir. It is Rachel Verg's birthday today. Rachel and I have known each other for a handful of years. She was one of my favorite barkeeps back when we were playing That One Bar and some of the spots around downtown Cape back in the day. And now her son, Hunter, is Lawson's age, and they've played baseball together. Hunter's, I think, 7'6" now, so that kid has never stopped growing. But anyway, happy birthday, Rachel. Hope you have a great day. Amy Jo King, it is your birthday today. Amy is 41 today. Amy's a rocker. I hope you have a great day. Yeah, Ginther, man. The only time I see Ginther is when he's bitching about something with the Cardinals on social media. I think he kind of bailed out on Facebook, but he was running like a St. Louis Cardinals fans group or something, and it was like weird toxic-y. I don't know. It wasn't his fault, just people in there. Social media. Gratuitous midgetry. I feel like that could be a shirt, Fred, with a whole group of them. Like if you did an angle down shot of a group of little people, and it said gratuitous midgetry. It could be a band, actually. Mickey, next band name. Chris Talley's birthday today. Happy birthday, Chris. And happy birthday to John Abernathy. John's a good dude. Happy birthday, sir. He worked with my wife back in the Best Buy days, way back when we appreciated the discount. Right on. Good. NBA star Paul George is 35 today. NASCAR star Kyle Busch is 40 today. Lily Allen is 40. And that's an artist I haven't listened to in quite a while. I don't know if that was like Texas era for me. Carrie and I would jam some Lily Allen. But, I'm a sucker for the Cockney accent. And when you're rapping, when you're sweet and you're sexy and you got some beats and you're singing and it's on it. Yeah, but she had some good songs. She had some great lyrics. It was like her. That was the Lily Allen era was like her and who was the little short rapper chick? It was Courtney Swell, I think. Oh, God, I don't remember her name. She was like this little zipper pants, Jenko lesbian-looking girl. Anyway, it was that era. Happy birthday, Lily Allen. Thank you for smiling. Sean T. from the Insanity DVDs is 47. I don't know what those are, and I don't care. It's probably some extreme sports stuff. I don't know. David Beckham is 50 today, and still fine as sand. Right, ladies? Are you serious? David Beckham. David Beckham could walk outside on a cloudy day, pull his shirt up and show his abs, and the sun would come out. Just to bless him. Attention, Mickey Sharp. What else? Oh, The Rock. It's The Rock's birthday. He's 53 today. Happy birthday, The Rock. Dwayne, happy birthday. He's only 2 years, class of 90. That's explained in that black turtleneck with the silver chain, because I got a 9th grade homecoming dance like that with the cardigan. But that shit was fly, and you kind of throw the cardigan back a little bit, let it hump up on your shoulders a little bit, let that mullet sit on top of the turtleneck. Turtleneck and chain, turtleneck and chain, turtleneck and chain, and a cold light beer, or whatever the lyrics were. Good morning, Mr. Gannon. The winds are just right to remind you Cannon Cuts tonight. And I was so happy I got to catch. I'm fucking pissed because I only got to catch the last half of the last song that Gregory did. No offense to Keith and anybody else that was coming up, because that was fun too. But I was like, oh, I'll finally catch a Cannon Cut. Shit, it's like 5 till. Damn. Darren. But I got a little bit. That is very young in rock years. Some would say he's getting a little more sedimentary in his old age. Donatella Versace is 70. Christine Baranski is 73. Foreigner's Lou Gramm, 75 today. And Larry Gatlin of the Gatlin Brothers, 77 today. Happy birthday to you. It's the Rock's baby known as Pebbles. Nope, name's been taken. That's Bam Bam's. Ooh, maybe the Rock could be a guest star on the Flintstones. All right, thank you, Birthday Snake. We got to get on down the track. We have some Spy the Lie today. We're going to talk about no food news for you today, which is nice. We kind of had an influx of food news. We're going to talk about some clarity things. Not like vision clarity, like mental clarity type of things. Like when this is an ADD thing for me. You just you want to get your solution and you can't figure it out. You can't get that moment, that epiphany to go, oh yeah. We're going to talk about how to get there, because I need that. We're going to talk about people you don't have to tip, because Wednesday we talked about how sometimes when we travel abroad we piss people off. We're going to talk about who you don't have to worry about tipping, even here in the States. And safe driving tips, because I don't want anybody to hit my Jeep and piss me off. Happy birthday, Larry Gatlin. That era, the late 70s, 80s, earliest of the 90s of country music, that's the country music I like to listen to. Now, I'll dig into some Willie's Roadhouse and go way, way back, and hit some 60s. But, man, you get the Kenny Rogers Gambler era in the early 80s and some of that John Conley and shit. Let's go. You want to get me in the mood? These rose-colored glasses that I want her to do. I don't remember the words. It's a good song. On this date in 1611, Bill and Ted kidnapped. No, I'm just kidding. 1611, the King James Version of the Bible was first published in London. 1611. Went to number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list for 42 weeks. Actually, it was just in there for 40 days. And then God delivered it. I'm going to keep that blank. Sleep Token Emergence on right now. If you guys are not listening to Sleep Token, rock-ish band, it's kind of an evolution of rock out of rock, and melodic but hard, but it's just good. And they haven't even released a full-length album yet, and they've toured twice. Like, this shit's good. Their full-length's getting ready to drop. The song Emergence, it's like a 6-minute song. It's a great tune. It's just dynamic. I really like their music. It's kind of, to me, like, that's dedication to listen to it music. I put on Sleep Token stuff. I just want to put the good headphones on and listen. Kind of like when I listen to, like, Music of the Spheres from Coldplay, or like, just those top to bottom albums. I'm really hopeful and optimistic that this first album from Sleep Token, first full-length album, is going to be that way. Yep. And then the waters receded. 1885, we saw Good Housekeeping published for the first time. Fast forward to 1941, General Mills led the army. No, General Mills, the cereal company, they started making a new cereal. They called it Cheerios. They sent it out to 6 test markets, and people were like, holy shit, this is the best thing since sliced bread. The cereal was later renamed Cheerios, Why have the extra consonant, right? Fit better on a box, too. But Cheerios basically came to life today, 1941. The world was never the same. Julian, and I missed the boat, and I just did not know about them yet. They were touring with Nothing More, which, incidentally, Nothing More and Sleep Token have some terrible stories about that tour, because Sleep Token was cursed on that entire tour. Shit broke, bus broke, all kinds of terrible things. People got sick as hell, but they survived it. But they toured with Nothing More, and I bet that might have been the tour they were on. Came to the pageant. Nothing More came to the pageant twice that year. I caught the second show and took the kids, and that was with Atreyu and Asking Alexandria, I think. And I missed them. And then it was like 3 weeks after that tour came through St. Louis that I first heard Sleep Token. I was like, what the frick is this? And I like hours. So good. Yeah, man. And here's the thing, like, I don't like Ghost at all. Visual Presence, Ghost has an incredible live show. Theatrics, all that. But it's Scooby-Doo rock, and I fucking hate it. My opinion only. Sleep Token is a lot of the same. They wear the masks. You know, it's very mysterious, mystique kind of vibe there. Little kind of above the plane kind of thing. Which I kind of dig. But musically, oh my God. So dynamic. All right, that's enough of me sleeping on Sleep Token and slurping away. But I dig it. I'd love to know who the singer is so I could pursue other things that they may be doing as well. But it works as what it is. You served under General Mills, led by Captain Crunch. Well, thank you for your service. And thank you for not getting soggy in milk. 1974. Da-dum. It was 2 weeks before I was being born. Da-dum, da-dum, dum, 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 dum. Martha's Vineyard. They began filming Jaws on this date in 1974. 3 years later, my sister was just over a month old, and Eric Clapton recorded Wonderful Tonight. For Butch Owens. 1982, the Weather Channel debuted. Yeah. And now you're local on the 8s. We all loved the Weather Channel. They had some good vibes back in there, you know, Cantori vibes. Who was the brother with the fine mustache? You know, and kind of had he was more of a chiseled feature. Kind of had a Central American kind of vibe going. Dude was Fly. Local on the 8s, baby. 1987, Cutting Crew hits number 1 with I just died in your arms tonight. And then Will Ferrell and what's his name? Not Horatio Sands, but the other guy. They made a really funny skit out of it. It might have been Horatio Sands. Must have been so this shit. That's all the words we know. Yeah, Fred, and I'm not saying their music is shit. Not at all. Like, they put a lot of creativity into their tunes. Good thing enough. But the whole, like, Antichrist vibe and all of that thing, I'm not saying it's just because I'm a Christian. It's just campy, and it's dumb to me, and it's been done so many times. It's like, oh, look at St. Pius the 14th of ghosty satanized, da-da-da. Well, when your songs sound like this and the people wonder what's in your hand. It's just gross. I don't like the singer. It's just my thing. Sax solo time. All right, let's get back on track. Did you know MC Hammer owned a racehorse? So did Count Basie, but that's irrelevant. MC Hammer's racehorse, though, the horse's name was Dance Floor. And back in 1992, Dance Floor won the Kentucky freaking Derby. That's right. No, he didn't. He came in third. But so close. But Hammer didn't have him on the over-under. Lost his money. Please, Hammer. Don't whip him. But yeah, 1992, Dance Floor takes third at the Kentucky Derby. Kentucky Derby's tomorrow. You guys going to watch? The Kentucky Derby is it's like the first time you have sex. Party, all this fun leading up to the moment. That's when the shirt comes off, the pants come off. And then 2 minutes, and then the Derby's over. And then you go drink more mint juleps. It's like sex the first time. Blue Oyster Cult. To a certain degree, yeah. Just so much more commercialized in my head. I don't know. It's the era, right? I'm sure Blue Oyster Cult would have absolutely. 1997, Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery opens in theaters with Elizabeth Hurley. Yeah, baby. I need to go watch Austin Powers. I haven't watched Austin Powers in a long time. I don't even know if my kids have ever seen Austin Powers. I feel like that's something my son needs in his life. Little Austin Powerovich. Make love to me, monkey man. So many good lines. Just thank you, Mike Myers, and thank you. Thank you. 2006, Rolling Stones, guitarist Keith Richards was released from the hospital in New Zealand after suffering a mild concussion. Again, I tell you, this is 2006 when Keith Richards fell out of a coconut tree. No, Gregory, you can't touch this horse. Oh, God. 2008, hey, Iron Man came out. Holy shit, really? Yeah. 2008, Iron Man dropped in theaters 17 years ago. 2018, the BSA became the BSA. The Boy Scouts of America announced the group's flagship program would undergo a name change, and this was due to them finally allowing girls to enter the ranks of the Boy Scouts. So they became known simply as the Boy Scouts, would be now called Scouts BSA. Name change, more diversity, and seems to be going well so far, from what I understand. We're not a Scout family, so there you go. It did, Dennis. Okay, let's get some brekkie bits. What the hell am I doing here? Oh, is anybody in Restream? Hey, if you're watching on, there's somebody from YouTube. No, it didn't. I always, I do a terrible job of maintaining Facebook comments there. Not Facebook comments. But let's be honest, nobody is watching outside of Facebook, and it's kind of a moot point. Ahoy! Bring on the weather monkey. Weather lord. Sorry, Stone. Sorry, my bad. A little wet this weekend now. What happened to Wednesday's forecast? It was supposed to be clearing up and cooling off. You lied to me, you dirty bastard. Ladies and gentlemen, Stone Richards, weather lord. Is my Foo Fighters too loud? Or Stone Sour too loud? I feel like it is. I feel like it's a little hot. Oh, it's fucking dumb. Oh, well, it is currently about 63 degrees in downtown Cape. We're going to warm up to 74 today. We're going to stay pretty mild, though, for the weekend. Like, tomorrow's high is 67, Sunday 62. Monday we kick off the work week around 70, I think. Let's look. 66 on Monday. But we got rain coming in today, tomorrow, Sunday a little bit. Today, most of it's going to be south of us, Boot Heel, kind of cutting up into southern Illinois. We're not going to see a lot today, I don't think. Maybe a little bit. Chance of thunderstorms, though. It's an 80% chance of precipitation, but I don't know that means it's going to pour all day. It's just not that kind of vibe. High of 74. Tonight, showers likely, possibly a thunderstorm before 1 a.m. If a thunderstorm shows up at 1:20, you tell that son of a bitch, go home, party's over. You're too late. Low around 54. Tomorrow, light chance of showers earlier in the day, then it heavies up towards the afternoon as we step into it. Partly sunny, though, high of 67. Cape Farmers Market, the downtown Farmers Market, starts tomorrow morning. The Muddy River Marathon is tomorrow morning in downtown. It's all kicking off at the Century Casino Hotel and parking lot, 2 blocks down from my house. I'm going to ride my one-wheel down in the morning if it's not shitty, and I'm going to ride around stealing produce and then say, catch me, bitches. Yep. And they'll be like, you live up there. So anyway, Saturday night, 40% chance of showers in the earlier evening. Low of 49, though. A little cooler Saturday night. Sunday, partly sunny, high near 62, 20% chance of afternoon showers. And then Monday, work week kickoff, mostly sunny, high near 66. 6. Thank you, Stone Richards, weather lord. I'm going to let you go. I know you got a bunch of meetings today and you're getting out of town. Excuse me. Have fun at the festival, okay? Hungry Jacks, Brekkie Bits time. I offend myself every time I see it. Get out of the way, weather. You're not here anymore. It's time to go comment crazy, kids. We've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. Well, neat. You guys are still on the horse jokes, and I got to say, I respect it. A company called, listen to this, ladies, and hopefully maybe for us gents, but listen to this. A company called The Organoid Company is teaming up with another business called Lab Grown Leather, and together they're working on creating purses made with lab-grown T-Rex skin using the extinct creature's DNA. That's right, lab-grown Tyrannosaurus Rex skin purses. Make some boots. Here's my thing. How do they know, well, I guess it's all in the DNA. You know, the color, the pattern, the whole 9 yards. It's all in the DNA. DNA, another reference to Jonathan Colton. Never go full Hungry Jack. Let's see. So, I don't know. I would like some T-Rex skin boots, though. I think that would be, that'd be pretty awesome. Basketball legend Shaquille, as long as they stop with the skin, don't reproduce the rest of them. We don't need Jurassic Park boots. Shaquille O'Neal has agreed to become the men's basketball general manager of Sacramento State. That's outstanding. Any Barbra Streisand fans in the crowd today? Barbra Streisand fans? No? People are saying this next album she's dropping could be her last. Why? It's that bucket list duets album that everybody does, right? Wilbur. Why? Well, so bucket list duets. So she's going to sing with Bob Dylan, Paul McCartney, Sting, James Taylor, Sam Smith, Josh Groban, Tim McGraw, Seal, Hozier, Mariah Carey, and Ariana Grande. I don't like Barbra Streisand. Sorry. Call me Cartman. There's a new Starbucks opening up today in Brownsville, Texas. Why is that important to bring to you this morning? Because it is the first 3D printed Starbucks ever built. They'll have drive-through and mobile pickup service only. And yeah, it's the first 3D printed Starbucks ever. Way down south in Brownsville. Cool. Good for you. Like I said, the Kentucky Derby is tomorrow. It is the 151st running of the Kentucky Derby. 20 horses. The favorite is Journalism. That's the name of the horse, which is a boring-ass name for a racehorse. Let's call him Journalism. Because the guy who owns it, or one of the co-owners, Aaron Wellman, he was a one-time sports editor of the Beverly Hills High School newspaper. He was sports editor for his high school newspaper, and he named the horse Journalism. I bet they're fun at parties. I'm still pulling for Render Judgment. That's a 12-1. That's a 12-1 odds. Render Judgment. But it came out of the stables owned by the late Toby Keith. It was Toby Keith's dream to have a horse good enough to run the Derby, and Toby's dream is being realized, even now posthumously for him. You know, Red Solo Cup should have been the name of the horse, but I'm rooting for Render Judgment. Horse jokes. All day. Okay, if you want to go to the Kentucky Derby, here's a bitch of it. You know, Dad and I were talking the other day. I'm like, what'd be a good 80th birthday trip? Maybe we go watch the Kentucky Derby. You know, that might be cool. Just kind of tossing around ideas. So I looked, and this is from the KentuckyDerby.com/seating experiences private suite. I'll send you the link. I'll put the link in here. Let me copy paste because I did save this because I want you guys to know I'm not full of shit and it's not a typo. If you'd like to attend the Kentucky Derby. Now, for standing room tickets, general admission, go in, watch the Derby, have a good time, experience the Derby with the peasants. You're looking at a starting price of about $366 per ticket. Okay? That's still pricey. But all things considered, for the experience and what it is, a once-a-year thing, it's like a Super Bowl of horse racing, right? So knock yourself out. The price starts at $366. That's up more than $100 from what the list price was just a couple of weeks ago. So, get your tickets early. If you are looking for like reserved seating where you can actually see things and enjoy the thing a little more, those are starting out right now around $720. So pricey. Get your tickets early. If you'd like a private suite for your pleasure, private suites start at $135,000. $135,000. There's the link if you guys want to check it out. I mean, it's ringside. I'm not fucking around. $135,000 for the horse race. For a 2-minute horse race. I just don't have that in me. I could win Powerball $1 billion tomorrow, and I'm just not going to do that. Now, if I had friends that were passionate about it, I could throw that party for them. Fucking A. I don't give a shit about it. I like bourbon, though. In-N-Out Burgers is getting ready to open 7 new locations in 4 new states as the empire expands. I don't know if there's one coming to Missouri. Don't really care. A swingers club in Plymouth, Connecticut was forced to close its doors following a town meeting Tuesday night. Oh, they came with their pitchforks and their torches, and they said, hey, no pineapples. The possible suggestions for their next location, including one that is not within 30 feet of the front doors of a church. Yeah, location. So they've got to move. That's the Bethy. Shit, it's 10 after 8. All right. Last one, then we got to get into Spy the Lie. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Celebrating the 50th anniversary this year. A new 4K restoration and a slate of special events, including a theatrical release in the U.S., on task to celebrate Rocky Horror Picture Show. I had some friends that, were doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show thing when we were in high school. I didn't get it. Carrie said there's a wicked fog over the diversion channel, so be careful if you're out and about. We'll talk about some driving safety tips this morning. Spy the Lie. I give you 5. You tell me which one's bullshit. Let's start with movies. All these movies opening in theaters this weekend except for one. Which one's the faker? Retro. It's complicated. Raid 2. Tourist Family or A Desert. Which one is not opening this weekend? Retro, It's Complicated, Raid 2, Tourist Family, or A Desert? Go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. That's 10 seconds. You don't get the whole thing. The whole thing is 30 seconds. It's Complicated. That is your fake movie not opening. So you can go see Raid 2. I didn't know there was a Raid 1. Nobody told me. No Desert, not Desert. Dennis is in breakfast mode. Dennis, I assume you had safe travels getting home. Hope you enjoyed your time. The bittersweetness of leaving the friends behind is a bitch. But glad we're able to stay connected on the digital side. Yep, so It's Complicated. Not opening this weekend. All of the following are teams in the Women's Professional Hockey League, except for one. Which one is the fake Women's Professional Hockey League team? Is it the Boston Streaks, the Ottawa Charge, the Minnesota Frost, the New York Sirens, or the Toronto Scepters? Which one is fake? Boston Streaks, Ottawa Charge, Minnesota Frost, New York Sirens, or Toronto Scepters? Boston, Ottawa, Minnesota, New York, Toronto. Which one is not a team in the Women's Professional Hockey League? Alicia, you are correct. It is not the Boston Streaks. However, Boston has a team. They're called the Fleet. Boston Fleet. Oh! Yeah, see? What do you know? Let's Go Blues. That's what I know. I just started the top of the 8 o'clock hour by saying it's Iceburg in the Morning on Real Rock 99.3. Time for less talky, more rocky. And started Funeral Portraits, Holy Water. I know you. You're awesome. All of the following are titles of Planet of the Apes movies except for one. Which of these is not a Planet of the Apes movie? War for the Planet of the Apes, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Attack of the Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Is it War, Kingdom, Rise, Attack, or Conquest? Which one is not a Planet of the Apes movie? Doo-doop, boo-doo-doop-doop. Playoffs have been great. Well, up until this last game. Boy. But tonight's the night. Let's go Blues. Gloria Gaynor rings in the hallways, the Enterprise Center. And I wish I could get there for the game tonight. I'm not even playing. That atmosphere is going to be stupid fun. I wonder if I just call Brickhouse and be like, hey, man, with the increased attendance and the energy in the room, do you need a personal bodyguard for tonight to stand by the velvet rope by the organ and watch the hockey game and not pay attention to you? Guessing attack. Yes, you're correct, Gregory. Lorraine, it is Attack of the Planet of the Apes. At least not yet. Not a movie. I just try to smile. When I smile, the world smiles with me. Dun-dun-dun. Spy the lie. Where's my water jug? Oh, I left it in the other studio. Damn it. I hate it when I do that. All right, we're going to talk about setting yourself up for your own magic moment, okay? Some scientifically proven formulas to set yourself up to have that moment of clarity and epiphany and, shit, yeah, okay? So that's what we're talking about. Number one is to take a break. It sounds counterintuitive, right? But people often solve problems when they're not actively thinking about it. I would refer you to Mission Impossible. I would refer to you to Men in Black when it was time to have a piece of pie. Men in Black 3, right? I think we need some pie. You need some pie. When you're not actively thinking about it, sometimes that provides the clarity. Even setting aside an issue for 5 minutes can allow you to return to it with a fresh approach. If you need a few days off and you have the time, by all means take it. But take a break. Sometimes that does it. I know for me, like when I was doing a lot more graphic design stuff, I'd be working on something and I'm like, I can't figure out what's wrong with this, what's off with this. Go do something else. Change your brain patterns for 5 minutes, right? Focus on something else. Go listen to a song, go watch a cartoon, and then come back and go, oh, I did that? And then you make your adjustments. Tending houseplants on the planet of the apes. It's bananas on the Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes beach party with Annette Funicello. Avert your eyes, you perv. No, avert your eyes. That's tip number 2. Number 1, take a break. Avert your eyes. Literally, close your eyes. Or stare into space, as long as it needs, until clarity strikes. Quote, to solve a problem creatively, our brain typically tends to escape the load of visual distractors. Okay, so what I'm saying is close your eyes. That's according to Carlos Salvia, PhD, a researcher at the University of Texas at Austin. Go Longhorns. Well, that's not totally true, Fred. Unless you're already in. Well, what if you're in nesting boxes? Oh. All right, so avert your eyes. Number 3, talk it out. Now, sometimes this might annoy those around you, right? But if you think that, you got this problem and your best friend suggests such and such, if you think that your best friend's suggestion is way off base, it could be the missing element that you need and you just don't realize it yet. The overall style of thinking of what they suggested may help you stumble across a new approach. So, and just because of perspective. So again, take value in outside perspective and talk it out. Get feedback from somebody on what the situation is, okay? Talk it out. And your last tip here to get that moment of clarity is to chill. Fred Bowman as Attorney of the Apes. I'm just an ape man. Your tractors and horses. Wait, your statues of liberty confuse me. Like caveman lawyer. That's what I was going for. I really blew that. Chill. Last tip. To find the moment of clarity, chill. Research has found that some alpha waves in the brain have the same frequency before an epiphany as when you're relaxed or about to fall asleep. Meaning, I'm almost at this clarity. I'm almost asleep. Those sync up. So stash a journal or a pad next to the bed, next to the shower, on the fridge, a place where you can make those notes. Nobody really gives a shit where Einstein came up with the theory of relativity. He may have been in the middle of a deuce. We don't know. Nobody cares because he made it happen, right? And I'm going to say over my life, this is something for me that I regret not being better at. Because I've written songs, I've written horn parts for songs, all these kind of things, a lot of times in the shower. Not so much in the last 10 years. Before kids, though, a lot more of that creative stuff would happen in the shower. And by the time I was out of the shower or when I was driving, I had all kinds of good ideas. Didn't have to write them down. I didn't record them, put it in the phone. I've got MP3s of quick messages when I was driving around Texas. I'd record it real quick into my phone, like, oh, and do the horn part like this, or whatever it was, you know? So, chill, take notes. So your tips to catch that clarity: take a break, avert your eyes, talk it out, and chill. Sounds like a good way to spend most of the day, to be honest. You get your best ideas while taking an epiphany. Twitter on the shitter. All about it. Yeah. You know, to the point, Biz Markie wrote a song about that. About, it's called Doo-Doo Rap, I think. Sitting on the toilet, waiting for my bowels to move. I got a doo-doo rap, I got a doo-doo. Sitting on the toilet, waiting for my bowels to move. I got a doo-doo rap, I got a doo-doo, 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 doo. Yeah. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. Biz. I was that close to meeting Biz. Layla could have met Biz. She could have hugged Biz. She didn't want to go on stage. This from financebuzz.com. We are going to talk about, I never did put clarity up. Well, there's the clarity one that I never put up. I kept Spy the Lab forever. Who cares? Not even the tip. It is a crappy song. Do you think tipping has become out of control? I don't bitch about it. I do think it's a little superfluous when you get into a situation where, I don't know, you order takeout. They prep the order and throw it in a plastic bag, set it on the counter for you, and then there's this tip prompt. A lot of the electronic pay stuff has that now. It is nice to have that. It's convenient when you feel necessity to tip. However, it's on everything, right? On Wednesday, we talked about how one of the things, like I said, that people don't like about Americans abroad is that we feel obligated to tip everyone. And they're like, stop tipping everybody. You're calling them out. You know what I mean? To some observations, though, it's almost pushed upon us, right? Tipflation is invading more interactions at retailers, as I mentioned with those interactive card things. So, blah, 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 lots of tips. Deciding when tipping is necessary might feel a little stressful. Sometimes you feel obligated because you're like me and you have a big heart and you feel like I don't want to be a shitty person. But and I love my groundabout people. Most days I'll put a little 10% tip there on my cup of coffee or whatever. Or toss the change if I'm paying cash. But not every day. They know I love them, but I'm not giving them an extra $20 a week for $2 cups of coffee, right? So who are the people you don't have to tip? I got a stack of unnecessary tippies. And if you find yourself in the role of one of these people and you're like, kiss my ass, I get it. You want extra money. Who doesn't? However, the point here is for ye, the consumer, to understand that there is not a necessity to tip these people. Don't hate the messenger. Let's go. In no particular order, first off, obviously, anyone where the tip is already included. Gratuity is included in your check. You don't have to tip above and beyond. If they saved your kid from choking, if they put out the flambe fire in your lap, whatever the situation might be that would necessitate it, that's up to you. But anyone where the tip's already included, you don't have to tip. Teachers. We love our teachers. You want to send a gift with your kid at the end of the school year, red apple for your teacher. Hold your tongue. Say, I gave my teacher a red apple. I gave my teacher a red apple. That's an 8th grade joke. Teachers. Coaches. Sorry, don't need to tip your coach. Medical staff. Now, most of you are going to be like, well, no, I'm going to tip at my doctor. That dude's getting paid. We didn't anyway, but don't. You don't need to tip your medical staff. Dennis says shuttle drivers, and I think that might be in the list here. We'll see. Excuse me. Medical staff. Accountants. Don't tip your CPA. He's already skimming off the top anyway. Kidding. Lawyers. Don't have to tip your lawyer. Nope. Package delivery workers. FedEx guy, the UPS guy, your USPS postal delivery agent. You can leave them a treat for Christmas or, something nice if you know when their birthday is, like anybody else, like any friend you would. But when FedEx comes up and drops that package, if he sticks around long enough to ring your doorbell and hang out, you don't need to tip him. This is not valet service. That's his gig. Package delivery workers, no. Cashiers when you pick up takeout, as mentioned. That is good food. Thank you for preparing that and bagging it and setting it on the counter. I'm not going to tip you for doing your job that you're expected to do. Now, if they're providing table service to you, duh. Pick up, takeout, no tip needed. Bartenders at an open bar. This one I kind of disagree with because a lot of those that I attend are events where the bar staff is, they're paid cash out, but tips are encouraged. And I at this point, I'm going to leave that one off the list. But you don't have to feel obligated to tip at an open bar. They're being paid more than what stock bartender plus tips would be paid. They're being compensated to serve. Okay? The guy who cleans your window, the guy selling oranges on the mid-set. Gregory says it's okay to tip your maintenance dude. The more you know. Yes, that's right. I agree. You come plumb the shit out of this place, baby. Give that man a high five and a 20. So buffet attendants, they're flopping chicken for you or whatever. You don't need to tip them. Home service technicians, no tips needed. Workers in other countries. And again, we discussed that on Wednesday. Excuse me. But home service technicians, Gregory, that's what they're saying. That's not you, though. You are a maintenance dude, and those guys are okay to tip. Salary workers, workers that are salaried. Now, that's a very vague representation. You don't know what the hell they're getting paid. What are you going to say? Oh, hey, thanks for all the help. Are you salary or hourly? Salaried. Okay, I'll see you later. Hourly. Ow. Get you something pretty. All right, and flight attendants. You don't need to tip your flight attendants. Then it's just awkward for the rest of the flight. Unless they go above and beyond. And again, there's exceptions to everything. Somebody goes above and beyond and, quotes you, 2 hours worth of work. It ends up taking them 6. They don't bill you extra. They really work their tail off to make sure that they did their job right for you, even though they don't even know you. Hell yes, tip them. Okay? To ensure prompt service. Tips. Yep, Gregory. Cash is king. All right, let's talk about some driving tips because, A, I bought that new Jeep. Hooray for that. But also, B, my daughter's on the road. A lot of kids on the road. A lot of our kids on the road. And there's a lot of assholes out here driving, especially distracted drivers. It's terrible. It's gotten bad. We have evolved into a society that is normal with distracted driving. We have normalized that. We've got laws against it here recently in Missouri within the last 6 months. Phone down, hands-free law, right? Of course, it's not something they can pull you over for. Oh, you were speeding. Oh, and you were on your phone. Now I can ticket you for it. I passed you and you weren't wearing your seatbelt and you had your phone in your hand. I don't know. But anyway, bad drivers are everywhere. I was a big fan of the Unit, so I like Allstate Insurance, even though they're not mine. But I liked his big voice and that actor. I can't remember his name, but he was in the Unit. And if you guys never watched the Unit, by the way, good-ass show. Also, one of the guys from the Unit is now on the show with the guy that talks like this that I was talking about. Got a second season the other day that my wife's been watching. It's a really good show. Alicia, absolutely. Absolutely. And, and we're all guilty every once in a while where you're on a road trip and your kid texts you or something. You're real quick, you look. We're all human. We've done that every once in a blue moon. But I am very adamant about no texting and driving. And having the hands-free Android Auto or Google Play or whatever you guys, iPhone people use, the Siri shenanigans, having that makes a difference. It really helps, especially when you've got the intelligent text reading and all that kind of crap. You can do some things there. But at the end of the day, distracted driving probably accounts for 826% of accidents since 1827. So Keep your shit together, and here are some tips to get home safely. Number 1, minimize distractions. Engaging in any activity while driving. Any activity. Eating, drinking, sniffing, talking on your phone, text messaging, playing Candy Crush. Juicy. Changing the radio station. All the shit you do other than this is a distraction. Don't do it. If you need to be on your phone, pull over somewhere. Get the fuck off the road and then do whatever business you got to do on your phone. Make your call, make your text, check in on Slack, whatever it is. Don't do it while you're driving, you dumbass. Not you guys. Not you guys. Dag over there. Minimize distractions, number 1. Number 2, be aware of road conditions. I mentioned Carrie texted me, said, it's an eerie fog over the diversion channel. The diversion channel, by the way, is a big fat ditch that comes off the Mississippi and shoots up into the farmland for backflow when we have flood issues. Keep the whole damn boot heel from flooding out. Sometimes the diversion channel floods out. But today, eerie fog. But be aware of the road conditions. Know your shit before you're going to leave the house. So you're prepared to leave the house in the right vehicle with the right tires and all that kind of stuff, right? But also, and then you can go turn your defrost on if you need to. But all those weather conditions require extra caution when you're driving and more distraction-free driving to keep you safer. Slow the fuck down, too, okay? Inclement weather. Yeah, put down your beer. You don't want to spill your beer. And use a koozie so they don't know it's a beer. No foam sides for music, yeah. And you can put something on it to search for. Yeah, I'll throw on the XM or Real Rock 99.3 or perhaps one of our other stations. But yeah, I'll throw that in and let it do its thing. And I've always been a car connected to the phone guy. Like, I've always been down with, I want my music. Sorry, work. But, that was always my thing. Like, even back when I was in the cable company 25 years ago, I had, like, the CD player on the dash with the conversion kit with the FM modulator so I could broadcast to the thing to go in there and all that. It would, like, shoot the signal to the radio so I could tune in. Needed that, though. When you're in a truck for 8-9 hours a day running cable shit, you need some tunes to keep you motivated. I don't want to listen to Yacht Rock or whatever the hell was on the radio at the time. He is a good man. Minimize distractions. Be aware of road conditions. Leave a safe distance between your car and others around you. So important. And when you're coming up to stop behind a vehicle, good rule of thumb for everyone to understand and listen to is as you look down the hood of your vehicle at the car in front of you, if you cannot see the back tires touching the ground of the car in front of you, you're too close. Okay? Use that as your just easy rule of thumb for stops, not for following, okay? Not talking when you're hauling ass down the road. But when you come to a stop, the car in front of you, stop close enough that you can still see the back tires touching the ground. And then the reason for that, some asshole slams in the back of you, you don't slam into the back of them. Saves you all some hassle. And when you're driving, when you're actually going down the road, try to maintain at least one car length space between your car and the vehicle in front of you for every 10 miles an hour for speed. So, heading ass 50 miles an hour, 5 car lengths. You need time to react. You're not a Jedi. Steer clear of road rage. Darren, reduce stress on the road. Give plenty of time for travel, okay? Don't make your schedule so crunched that you're pissed off when you start. Plan your route in advance. Watch for alternate routes that you're going to need to take for road things. Figure shit out ahead of time is what I'm trying to tell you. And that will help you steer clear of road rage. And then when you're out driving, you see all the morons, Darren, and you want to yell at them all the time, Darren, don't. Just drive. Just drive. Flip them off. Don't. Self. Steer clear of road rage. Oh, Mickey, hi. Thank God. It's about time. All right. All right, everybody go back to the top. We'll finish at 9:30 today. Just kidding. Steer clear of road rage. And our last one, maintenance matters. Safety also depends on the maintenance of your car. Proper tires, brakes, your exhaust system, your cooling system, all of them shit's got to be in working order to be safe on the road. And God knows I can walk out here right now and within 3 minutes find a car that is not safe on the roads. God, I love my Southeast Missouri, but I'm guilty of it too. Duct tape and hope rolling around the roads around here. I could go find some plates, been expired for at least 2 years driving around. You take care of your shit, okay? Keep your insurance up to speed too. But ensure that those mechanical items, hoses, all that stuff is in working order so your car can continue to provide you a safe way to get to and from, all right? Slow down, be smart, minimize distractions, and we'll get there. By the way, that's Layla and I yesterday. She's been itching since I got it home. She is not driving there. No, she's not driving the Jeep. Not yet. Not until I've had a couple in me, and I need her to. Anyway, we took a little drive yesterday, though, when she got home from track practice before we had to pick Lawson up. Took the T-tops, as I call them, but Freedom Panels is the official Jeep name for these things. It's so cheesy. I took the Freedom Panels out, and we went cruising around a little bit. Yeah, don't forget to check your headlight and blinker fluid. And, yeah, it's a good call. Make sure you take the extra paint vial out of the glove box, too, in that little hidden compartment. Make sure you put that extra paint vial in the garage. You don't want that to get too hot in the summer. Yeah. I had one guy rage on me one time until he pulled up beside me, and then he fucking knew he was going to get his ass kicked. It was some guy in a it was like SEMO Electric or something, some local electric place. And miles, like 3-4 miles prior to, it's 2-lane coming into 1 lane. He was going slow in this van, so I came around him into the 1 lane. I didn't cut him off. He fucking wailed on me, rode my ass for like 3 miles. And finally, I was sick of it. I got past this 4-way stop, and I pulled over, and he pulled up. And I said, "What's your fucking problem?" Because you cut me off. I said, "I didn't cut you off, and that was so long ago. Get the fuck on." And then he drove off because he saw how big I was, and I was going to rape his face. All right. Road rage. See what happens when we talk about dumb drivers? This is my problem. Bacon. Sorry. Warm and fuzzy. KCCI says a 6-year-old Adele, Iowa girl had her wish of meeting Disney's Princess Belle granted by the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Evie has a respiratory disorder. She attended a magical ball. She met all of the Disney princesses. Evie described the experience as unforgettable. Witnesses at the event were moved by Evie's genuine joy and excitement. I love that. The Make-A-Wish Foundation, I don't know much about it. Foundation-wise, I don't know if they're on the up and up. I know that what they do, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. A firefighter saving folks. Yeah, this firefighter saved prom night. Woohoo. Sandy, Utah firefighters recently rescued Zoe Hendrickson's prom essentials from a house fire. The blaze started in a shed, but it made it to the propane tanks. A lawnmower, a scooter. The fire got hot, melted everything it touched. The firefighters replaced Zoe's smoke-damaged dress, and they were able to save her date's boutonniere because it was still in the refrigerator. So that's cool. The firefighters, they didn't go save her stuff let's rescue her makeup bag. After the fact, they helped to make it good for her. And that's awesome. That's good human shit. That's why it's in Warm and Fuzzies. If you guys got alarmed by my road rage on the van guy, it really never comes to fruition. I couldn't tell you last time I got in a fight. It been back in bouncery days. Because I'm 99% of the time negotiator. Talk it out and move along. I like to stop fights. I don't like to start them. Yeah. Wiener dogs. Wiener dogs everywhere. We've all wanted to say it. Hundreds of Dachshunds and their owners attempted to set a record for the largest single-breed dog walk. The Parade of Pups in Hungary aimed to break the current world record. Despite falling short with 897 dogs, organizers are determined that next year they're coming back with more dogs to breaking the record. 897 wiener dogs. I bet that was a melee. They're angry little bastards, aren't they? Just, my friend Scott's got a bunch of them. All right, kids. Match your warm and fuzzy for this beautiful Sauvignon Blanc day. Enjoy your wine. Celebrate your brothers and sisters. Eat tuna. Play a tuba. hunt truffles. All of the things. So tomorrow morning, downtown Cape, it's Muddy River Marathon. If you are out and about driving in the area tomorrow, please be careful in the morning. Remember that marathon goes all over downtown. There are going to be people running. Slow the fuck down. Farmers Market opens up at the casino parking lot in the morning at 8 a.m. Downtown Cape Farmers Market. If it's not crappy, I might one wheel down there and get me some fresh produce. Not a lot of produce to be had yet, I would say. Still early. What else? Tomorrow night, I got a crawfish boil that I get to play. And I'm taking Tupperware with me to the gig. You better believe it. I'm bringing home some mud bugs. Bonus mud bugs for everyone. Mud bugs. All right. Have a great weekend, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out. I will see you again on Monday. We'll begin the celebration of, Cinco de Mayo Monday. That's right. It's Cinco de Mayo Monday. Ay, Dios mío. Necesito ese parteo. I don't know. Oh, we're going to have a Cinco de Mayo party Monday. You guys come dressed. In the meantime, over the weekend, send me your best I dressed up for Cinco de Mayo pictures. If you got a picture of you with a margarita or a poncho and a sombrero from some birthday party with whipped cream on your nose, send me that. I will include your Cinco de Mayo photos on Monday. All right? Thanks, guys. Have a nice weekend. Be a nice human. In the immortal words of Mickey Sharp, peace. I'm out.